Hello, all. Welcome to Hawk Top Podcast, episode 231. The Isles Are Desperate. I'm your host, Bill Dean. I'm here with my co-host, Steven. Schwimm's on his way, and Shorts Guy is out. I don't know what Shorts Guy's out doing, but he's not able to make it today. Schwimm was running back from his duties as a parent, so shame on him. But we are here, Steven and I, to let you know what's going on. But once again, this is Hawk on Tap. We're brought to you by Prompt and Radio Curtis with Sam Wu, who will be with you shortly. We are kind of an intro piece because Devils made some good news, but we'll get on in a second too. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. I always say that a little too fast, so I apologize to listeners that actually do want to hear where we come from. But anyways, leave us a 5-star review if you'd be ever so kind. Steven, what are you drinking?
I'm finishing the spot. Actually, weirdly enough, got one exact pour out of this Brockman's, which I think I put up. There goes. Okay, I guess I'm not. Guess not today, Melvin.
Not a part of this.
All right.
Yeah, just not a part of this
it
podcast.
looks like he just. I don't know what he pressed. Something. Google Translate.
Well, you're still
anyway.
You're still with me, so hopefully nothing bad.
I think I had Brockman's 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna finish this bottle.
I quickly have from Alicia from Cuba. Cerveza Cristal. So I'm assuming this beer is going to suck. So yeah, we're gonna.
I think it's basically.
I have a bunch of
Cuban Bud Light.
I have a bunch of foreign beers that we just have to go through and all just pound through them because.
When the heck was she in Cuba?
Lot. I don't remember, but I got it. It could have. It tastes like it's back from 5 years ago. Oh my god.
Does not age
Sweet
well.
Jesus. No, it does not. All right, let's go to the top for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. Not only are the Isles desperate, but so are the Devils. So Isles, and obviously the big news yesterday and then now today, Isles fire their head coach, Patty Waugh, Hall of Fame goaltender from Montreal and for the Colorado Avalanche, Stanley Cup winner, blah, blah, blah. They bring in Pete DeBoer. Well, the Devils try to one-up him. It's not a coach, so it's not as big in terms of the overall team landscape, but they fire Tom Fitzgerald. They'll have an interim GM for the time being, but that's also the big news. They're Isles 4 games away from the end of the season, so they got a 3-day break to kind of get DeBoer's system in. The Isles, obviously, the Devils, obviously, it doesn't really affect the players. Once again, it's more just an organizational, but that's some big news. We also, there's been a lot of movement in the NHL. And Steve, I'll let you kind of harp on the two things, but just quickly, standings wise, you have the Islanders out, you have the Flyers in, you have just a total seesaw battle over here between who wants to take a wild card spot, who wants to finish, a third spot in a division, whether it's Pacific, Metropolitan, the wild cards in both scenarios. But, overall, what's your assessment? I know we kind of watched some games on Saturday. And overall, what were you thinking?
I mean, I'm obviously paying closer attention to, I actually am, to be honest, paying absolutely no attention to the West and the Pacific and what the hell's going on there because it's a train wreck. But what's happening in the Metro has been a combination of things because it's the teams. So the teams that are competing have mostly been doing fairly well. I think Pittsburgh has really picked it up. They had the one blemish against Dallas when they got annihilated, but just absolutely blew the Panthers out of the water this weekend with a 9-4 win and a 5-2 win and back-to-back home games there. So that kind of increased their lead. So they're sitting at number 2. No one's catching Carolina. They have a comfortable. I think they're 8 points with a game in hand or something like that. But as far as the rest,
8 points with a game.
Yeah, with a game in hand. But as far as the rest, the Islanders have been bad, and they've been giving up a lot of goals. And you say Isles are desperate. The Devils, I wouldn't call them desperate because I think they're realistic. They know they're not making the playoffs. So this is more of a I mean, you could have done it at the end of the season, so it is kind of weird
Yeah.
that they did it now. I don't know what benefit it does now. I mean, they have an interim GM, so I'm sure they're going to have a actual hired GM by the time the draft is around. But still, I guess it still could have waited till the end of the season. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, I think the Devils are basically, they're not cleaning house, but just cleaning up a couple areas here where the team has been lacking. And yeah, I mean, Fitzgerald's done some questionable stuff, and or nothing at all.
Yeah.
So I guess they still have, or we'll see if Sheldon Keefe, if he lasts beyond this season, we'll see about that. But the Islanders firing Patrick Waugh is strange to me because they have basically been sitting in a playoff position this entire time, and now have just all of a sudden gotten on a pretty terrible slide. So now with 5 games left, they're like all of a sudden bringing a new coach to try and make the playoffs. It's a
four games left, and they are a point out of the wild card and a point out of Philly. Yeah.
So I think, so you have Columbus is still kind of there. They've been sliding too. Columbus and the Islanders have both been sliding. You have Philly, who has been hot and has jumped ahead of both of them. You have Washington, who's still there.
Although Rangers
just annihilated.
Not
good for a team trying to compete.
We'll get to the Rangers in a minute. Yeah.
But not good for a team trying to compete to make the playoffs, getting just completely blown away 8-1 by the worst team in the East. Are they still the worst team in the
East?
Yeah, that's just cannot happen. So I don't know how it's weird that we're looking at that third and possibly that last wild card spot. I think Boston's pretty much locked into that first wild card spot. The second wild card spot is still up for grabs. With Ottawa and Detroit. Detroit doesn't look good either.
No.
So you have some teams that are sliding, and you always have those teams that just kind of pick up and get a little bit hot. You have that in the Flyers right now, which I think a lot of people are kind of. Well, not a lot of people. I know people are now starting to talk about like, hey, we might have a Flyers-Penguins first-round matchup in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And first of all, nobody expected it, but welcome surprise for most hockey fans, because that is obviously a very heated rivalry. Kind of not as much lately. The Flyers have been focusing more on skill, and they've had some moments here and there when they play each other with a little bit of sandpaper and grit. I know that Zegras and Sidney Crosby hates Zegras, and I guess that goes back to even when he was with Anaheim.
He had that fight with him, didn't he? Did he fight him?
I don't think he ever fought him. I think they've had like a couple like little instances, but yeah, I don't know. I can see as of right now, Philly looks to be the team that should be there, and then the rest of them, like the Islanders, the Blue Jackets, and the Capitals, just look like they're surviving. But that's kind of like what that last wild card spot has been collectively for the Atlantic teams and for now these Metro teams. And for a while it still is very close, but for a while it was very close because everybody was just doing so well, and now it seems like everyone's collectively doing pretty poorly.
So if I told you this, how many fights do you think Sidney Crosby? Because I just wanted to look it up. How many fights do you think he's had in his career? Recorded fights.
I'm gonna say 11.
8.
Okay.
So Peyton, first one was Andrew Ference. Second one was
Niskanen.
Then you had Matty Niskanen. You had Ryan Kessler. I didn't realize he fought Ryan Kessler. Claude Giroux.
Yep.
Brandon Dubinsky. Pierre-Luc Dubois. Kyle Connor. And Peyton Krebs. Kyle Connor was his last fight. Peyton Krebs was right before that. But that was in the preseason. Peyton Krebs. Yeah, Kyle Connor. Yeah, interesting.
Huh.
Sorry to take off tangent on that one, but I just
it's just yeah. I thought it was maybe a couple more than that, but not many.
Yeah, but listen, the Flyers, they're obviously doing well. You have the infusion of Porter Martone, who's kind of give them a little lift too. Forster came back; he's played well. Tippett has been really good in the second half of the season. They're rolling right now, and it's going to be a fun matchup if it is Penguins and Flyers. And you talked about the guys going the other way. Islanders just, you said, can't defend, and they have played poor hockey recently, and they're hoping, I guess, that DeBoer, with a little more X's and O's, can come in 4 games and salvage it. I just don't think that they're that good, right? I mean, we've talked about it. They got Matthew Schaefer, which was a pure gift, and the kid has been incredible. He is hands down rookie of the year. He is just an awesome player to watch, and he lifts this team up. But that's all he can do. He still has, well, him and Sorokin.
Yeah,
Sorokin's been very good. Sorokin's been a top 10 goalie, like he's been most of his
lately,
career.
Yeah.
But and I was talking to some Islanders fans yesterday, family members that root for the Islanders, and they even agree they're filled with second and mostly third line players. You have Lee and Barzal and Shen and Horvat, which are second and third line guys. They're not first line guys, and that's where the Isles need those first line players, and they're more of a complete team. And then you talk about the other teams that are falling. Detroit has looked horrible. They're 4-6 in their last 10, lost 2 straight. Columbus, losers of 6 straight, so they're just completely opposite direction. The Caps losing to the Rangers, which I want to keep losing, but these idiot teams.
That wasn't a loss. That was
no, it wasn't. There was a bushwhacking. I mean, we murdered them. We killed Detroit. We've Columbus. We keep beating these teams. Guys, I want to lose. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. And here's another fun stat. So the Rangers have 24 regulation wins. That is more than three teams in the Western Conference bidding for wild cards: the Kings and the San Jose Sharks and the Nashville Predators, which Nashville Predators doing pretty good, 7-3 in their last 10. They're finally in a playoff spot. If I told you at the beginning of the season, and I keep doing this because it's just crazy teams keep coming from nowhere. Nashville and Philly being in the playoffs, you'd have been like, you're smoking crack. I mean, these 2 were 2 of the worst teams in the league. But yeah, it's been a fun little get-go.
It's been interesting,
Tampa,
that's for sure.
Yeah. Tampa, Buffalo, and the Canadians are 1, 2, and 3, 102, 100, and 100. So Buffalo and Canadians are tied at 100. Bruins are 5 points back of them, so I'm just going to assume for the most part, unless one of these teams tanks, that those 3 are definitely playoff bound. Carolina, they already clinched. I messed that up. All 3 of those teams clinched at least a playoff spot. Hurricanes have clinched. Pittsburgh is, I think, 2 points, and I think
2 is the magic number.
Yep.
So if they win Thursday against the Devils, I think that's in. But I think they could also clinch because they don't play again
with
until Thursday.
A couple losses.
I think they can clinch, somehow over the next course of tomorrow and Wednesday.
And then Bruins, I think, are also. I think they need 3 points then to clinch at least the wild card.
I think they're.
But you have. Yep. You have Ottawa, which is in that second wildcard spot at 90 points. And then, like I said, Islanders, 89. Red Wings and Blue Jackets, 88. Capitals, 87. Then the Devils, outside chance at 83. But Sam will get to this.
They need a lot of help. Yeah.
They need a lot of help. Yeah. They need the Rangers to keep beating teams for them.
They could win out. They could win out and still not make it. They need other teams to lose also. So
officially eliminated the Leafs, the Panthers, and the Rangers, and then the rest of the teams. But then the West, Colorado, Stars, and Wild have all clinched. No one in the Pacific Division has clinched.
No one in the Pacific has clinched.
It was amazing. It's so crazy. Edmonton, Ducks, and Knights. No one knows who's going to win what or beat who. Utah, Mammoth,
Connor McDavid. Quote of the friggin' century.
Yes.
It's like a pillow
do you
fight.
have that? It's like a pillow fight, yeah. He's going to leave. I cannot. This offseason might be fun because I just can't imagine some of these players want to stay on the teams they are on, these Canadian teams especially. If it turns out the other way, I'm going to be really disappointed. But I'm holding out so much hope that these guys are like, I'm done. Like I can't keep doing this because McDavid's in this, pillow fight with the rest of the Pacific. Obviously, we talk about Matthews, and you let's see what happens with Brady Tkachuk. Although his dad, Big Keith Walt, just comes out and lays haymakers on the Ottawa organization, like it's just great stuff. I mean, that would be its own podcast on its own. Him,
That is
just
I mean, it runs in the family just as
it does.
as dumb as the day is long. That the whole that listening to the three of them talk to each other is just like, well, people pay to listen to this. All right,
yeah, yep.
My God.
Oilers, Ducks, Knights, like you said. Utah Mammoth, I think, are 2 points away from clinching. And then the Nashville Predators right now holding on the second wild card with the Kings at 81 points, tied, but still technically Nashville has the go-ahead. And then San Jose Sharks.
How are the Kings it's like, I don't know how the Kings are still there.
I don't know.
I thought that they would have been like well out of it because it's like every time I see them, and when they win, it's like 7-6. So it's like I just like nothing. I mean, they're scoring, I guess.
Steven, they have 19 overtime losses, and then they've been to overtime over 40% of the games they've played. And this is more to next year. But they need to change the points rules for NHL. A regulation win has to be 3 points because then you'll stop these players, these teams that just are okay with getting the loser point and going to overtime. It's so crazy that you have teams like this that are just 19 overtime losses for the Kings. You have 14 for Chicago. Pittsburgh's got 16. Flyers 12.
That's not because they're just settling for the loser point. They are, especially in the shootout. They have 10 losses in the shootout. I think they actually won the last 2, so they're 3-10 in the shootout this season. So
shootout losses, you have 10.
They're just bad when it goes to it's guaranteed, and it's just like I every time in the text group I'm like obligatory OTL. That's just what every time they go to they're losing when it goes to overtime.
Do you know who has the best shootout record? They're undefeated.
All I know is that who is it? Is it Utah that hasn't been in a single one?
Utah has not been a single shootout.
That's crazy.
They have 6 overtime losses. I don't know how many wins. They have 9 overtime wins. Yeah, so they're 9-6. The Anaheim Ducks are 8-0 in a shootout.
Yeah,
and 5-0 is the Buffalo Sabres. Penguins are 3-10. Let's see some other bad ones. Flyers are 9-4.
Somebody else has one.
1-4.
That's a lot of freaking shootouts. Well,
1-7 are the Knights. Yikes.
I think that's what they have to. Instead of I do agree with the points. I think that's been a thing. I also don't think they're going to change that because Gary Bettman is never going to think that he does anything wrong. But I feel like we're now seeing more shootouts. And that was kind of what this overtime was supposed to negate.
You didn't want this.
Yeah, and now we're seeing a lot more shootouts, and I think that they need to come up with a way to potentially fix that. I don't know how they do it unless they make it 7 minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Maybe do 10 just to totally cut that out because you really don't.
Somebody is it the I can't remember. Somebody just changed, it was the women's league, the PWHL, that just changed theirs to 10, and it significantly reduced the
I think so
amount of shootouts.
Yeah, I believe you're right. So we talked about those. You have the Panthers obviously missing the playoffs, which is great, and a lot of teams are just. Did you see the Tampa Bay celebrating that Panthers got eliminated? They actually had like a scoreboard announcement. So pretty good.
I think Shrimp's waiting to come on. By the way.
Oh, let's get Shrimp on real fast. I didn't realize that I had missed him. I think it's this one. Let's see. Nope, that's a blank. This one.
Hey,
there he is.
Oh, just in time for Tampa to go down 3-2.
Can you hear me?
And I believe JJ is watching. JJ, unleash on Schwim. Do it.
There
I want to hear it.
Shrim, we were just talking about how Tampa celebrated the Panthers leaving or losing.
Not qualifying for the playoffs, you mean?
Yeah, not qualifying. She had like a notification on their jumbotron.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
There he is.
F Florida.
Hey, JJ.
Oh, great! An own goal. Oh, no, it was the
own goal.
God damn it! I thought the defenseman in front deflected it. It was
Yep.
I don't
JJ
even
3
know
to
who
2
that is.
Sabres.
It was Jason Palmaville who scored.
It's
Schwim
Zucker.
sucks.
Yeah, okay, close enough.
Jason Palmer. Oh god.
As he was playing out of his mind, and then that happens. But the team defensively right now does not look good.
Yeah, sure. We're basically just talking about the divisions, how they're going. Obviously, the Devils and Isles news, change of coach / GM. So kind of go through that, and we'll have
this would be a good
Sam
playoff
Lewis.
matchup.
Yeah.
Although I don't know
It's
that I
gonna
want to
be-
see it in the first round, but I think this would be
Well,
this would be an exciting.
You're going to have.
I would want to see this. I'd want them to get to the second round. I'd want one of them to win the division, and then the other team win, and then they meet in the second round.
Yeah, I think
Well, that's
Buffalo. If Tampa, yeah, I mean, because right now it's who would actually, if Buffalo wins this game, do they overtake you guys? No, you guys
No,
would
it's
technically
we
be
tied
tied in
in-
points, but you have a game in hand, right?
Yeah, and they play tomorrow. Tampa plays tomorrow, so they'll be even after that. So they can be.
Yeah.
They'll be in first,
yeah.
I think, no matter what.
All right,
Johannes
so
Jimbo.
Tampa. So let's see. It would be Buffalo versus Montreal, which could be fun. Pittsburgh versus the Flyers, which could be fun, and then you'd have
That I
Tampa
wanna see.
versus Ottawa and Boston versus Carolina. Interesting. And in the Western Conference, we still don't know who's going to be the Central because those, I guess, well, it most likely is going to be Stars Wild. And then you could have, I guess, the Ducks and Knights for at the time being, and Edmonton would
The
face.
Ducks have been terrible. Oh, the Ducks lost like 5 straight or something like that.
They're lost losers of 5 straight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I actually do think. I think
that
Vegas is
division
actually going to
should
probably
be
win that
like
division.
blown off the face of the earth. It's so freaking terrible this year. And one of those
They are really bad.
teams is going to the Western Final, most likely. One of those
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah. Yep.
That's insane.
Well, one of them, yeah. One of them has to go to the Western Final.
Unless the wild card, one of the wild cards.
Unless
ends
the
up
wild card
beating
wins,
whoever.
but that's probably not going to happen. So one of these shit teams.
Well, Utah
coast.
could play. If Utah plays Edmonton in round 1 and they win, they could beat the winner of the Ducks Knights. I think Utah might be better as a team than those 3 teams.
I hope that's what plays out. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Rather than one of these.
That's
3
why
teams.
this is such a dumb matchup. Colorado and Dallas should be meeting in the Western Conference Final, and this is such horseshit that they have to play each other in round 2.
Not going to change though. He's already
It
said
is
it ain't
such
changing.
crap.
They love it.
It needs
The crazy
needs
thing
to
is
be
that
figured
there's one person on planet Earth who likes this playoff
Yeah.
structure, and it's Gary Bettman, and that's
That's it.
one
He might be the
single
only one.
person on the planet that likes it,
Like,
and it's him.
He wanted it so that it was rivalries. You're going to have rivalries no matter what. Why don't you want the 2 best teams in the goddamn finals of the Western Conference or the Eastern Conference? You want your best teams to keep winning. So stupid.
I don't know, he's getting all the what do you call it, the TV deals and everything, I guess, for the first round,
Yeah.
and then nobody's going to watch the friggin'
No.
conference finals and the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Well, especially when it's Tampa and
Tampa
I guess,
and
who you
Utah.
would put- Utah is the cup
Yeah.
final.
Nobody's watching that. That'll be the lowest rated Stanley
Yeah.
Cup ever.
Hell, if it's
Yeah,
Tampa,
JJ
Colorado,
brings
not
up
many
the-
people are going to watch it. Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't,
JJ brings
know.
up a good point. I mean, it is. He does. Yeah, like Bettman's successor could come in and immediately be, anointed a hero because he changes it back, changes the playoff format back, as well as a lot of these other obvious changes that need to happen. But I need to see it to believe it, because with things
it's not
like
changing
this,
for a while.
the grass is usually never always greener.
Nope.
Plus, I don't know when he's actually going to leave, but
That's
that
what I'm saying.
Should,
He's not going to be.
it should
gonna
be
be around
soon,
for a while.
in theory.
Within 5 years, hopefully.
He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Connor McDavid and Kucherov are right there in points, 126 to 125. Mac is 122. He's got 51 tucks, and
That's terrible. Jesus.
he's doing fantastic. Obviously, Cole Caulfield is 2 behind him at 49. Plus minus, our favorite thing, Mac 54, while the new loser is our boy Brock Besser, minus 43. He's almost 100 plus minus different. That is bonkers.
Fantastic, actually.
I wonder what the biggest disparity in league history is. I'd like to see that.
Between the highest
have to
plus
take
and the lowest
It's
minus.
got-
got
highest
to
and
be
lowest.
hundreds.
200,
I would
you think?
What's the record?
Yeah,
What's
Gretzky has
the
like
record
one of
for a
those
single season? The worst.
We went over. It was
plus
like
minus in a
minus
single season.
70 something.
Oh, really? That's probably
Yeah, it was
forever
horrible.
ago.
It was NHL's all-time plus-minus leaders. Let's see here.
No, we want the opposite.
No, it was plus-minus, so it would be both. Oh,
Plus minus really is
season.
such a like. I mean, nobody really uses that stat to judge like anybody anymore, but I still think it's hilarious, and I will forever love it. I will forever love those that are in comfortably into the dozens of minuses.
Yeah. Okay, so NHL leaders, Bobby Orr had a 124 plus in 1970. Plus 124. The negative leaders, single season. Why aren't you showing?
These Buffalo fans are getting rabid.
Did you see how many friggin' beer swords or beer sabers they're drinking?
Oh yeah.
Every time they go to the crowd, there's a guy holding like 3 of them, 3 empty ones.
Well, isn't that when the season turned around when they introduced that?
Yeah, that's when they started like that one winning streak when they introduced the beer saber.
This is so crazy. It was
here we go.
Not long ago where you're just like, well, there's season number 15 in a row where they're definitely not making the playoffs. And nothing changed. It's just weird. Just all of a sudden somebody flipped a switch and then they were one of the best teams in the league. Like, I mean, everybody points to the beer saber, but like what actually, I would love if JJ can comment, like what actually was the catalyst for becoming this? Because you could say, yes, Lindy Ruff came in and that happened, but like when they started the season, they were atrocious.
All right, the worst ever plus minus was Bill Mickelson, a minus 82 in 74-75. So I have to look up what 74-75 leader was.
Oh, okay.
The runner-up was
son was born.
The runner-up was minus 69. The guy's name was Gay Jolly.
Awesome
Gay Jolly. Wow.
Gay Jolly. So 74-75 minus 82.
Brooks Welch is the reason why the Sabres are doing as well as they are, in case anybody wanted to know. Future Buffalo Sabre, perhaps?
Does he have a baby Sabres jersey on right now?
He better.
I hope so.
Or a baby
Sabre onesie. You know what you should get? You should get a instead of the beer saber, it should be like a saber but for baby's milk.
So he has one. Bobby Orr had the
Sabre sippy cup.
Yeah.
Bobby Orr was plus 80 in that season. The other guy was minus 86. So it was
Jesus
162 off. I love it. I love it.
Are you sure he's screaming because he's teething, or is he screaming because Buffalo's winning?
Hopefully because Buffalo's
winning.
I guess we'll never know.
Where are you seeing these comments from JJ? Is that just a text to you?
On Facebook.
I don't see it on Facebook. Why is it not populating? I just see his 3-2 comment. That's it.
Well, looks like you are.
I'm a SOL.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Something.
Yep. I know we're gonna get off soon because Sam wants to get out here. And obviously talk about some beautiful
Does Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen have the most Ks in a name in human history?
Ooh.
Or in league history?
Capo Kakkonen was pretty good too.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one.
Uh-oh. Cooch is diving, Schwim.
Uh-oh. I'm on a delay here.
No, that's what JJ's saying. Cooch is diving every shift.
Freaking Darlene just dived to get this power play for the Sabres.
I can't wait to watch a little more of this.
JJ, we're going to get you in before the playoffs start so we can talk some Sabres hockey.
Yes. We'll get a couple people in here. Maybe Danny can talk about his beloved Dallas Stars.
And Brett can talk about his beloved Vegas
Golden
Knights.
He's Seattle Kraken. He's Seattle Kraken.
Seattle Kraken
now?
Yeah.
Or is it Utah?
Oh, you might be Utah now. Yeah,
he probably doesn't know Utah has a team yet, so maybe he is a lifelong Utah fan.
Yeah.
Once he finds out, he's going to switch over.
Yep.
Or once Atlanta gets a team for the 5,000th time, he's going to be an Atlanta fan.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Atlanta.
Yeah. Let's try it again.
Scott Wedgwood is doing really well for Colorado because Blackwood has been stinking it up. Of course, I added him fantasy hockey for 2 weeks. Vasi's got to be the Vezina winner, right? I mean, do you think
I have
it's
a case for Vasi for
Sorokin?
Vezina, Cooch for MVP, and Cooper for coach. And
No, here we go.
everything I hear is everyone's against all three of them.
I'm absolutely okay with
I don't
Vasi. I'm okay with Vasi.
I was about to, but no, I'm not gonna. I was just gonna do it.
I also agree with your coach, but if
he's not going to win, there's no way.
If the Sharks make the playoffs, I think it's going to be Celebrini.
I don't know. I think he'll get
absolutely
votes.
think it's going to be Celebrini.
I don't think he.
No, I think the media is going to run all over it. He's got 106 points. I know Cooch has 125, but his team stinks, and he's got like 60 points more than the next guy, which is Will Smith.
It might be like a Taylor Hall situation.
I know, but you guys still have Vasi. You have, you guys have Hedman. You have a boatload of guys.
No, Hedman hasn't played all year. What are you talking about?
How many?
How many
hearts?
30 games, if that.
How many hearts does Cooch have?
1.
By the way,
one.
Yeah.
And he's been the leading scorer of this. He might be 4th year in a row, and he hasn't won any of them.
Yeah, and this is the last half of the season. He
only has 40 points.
He's done things that have been done in like
50,
like 30, 40 years.
Only 40 points more than Gensel.
He's talking about 50. What the hell?
Oh, sorry, 40 and 50.
I think Schwim. I think I agree. I think they're absolutely all nominees, and then again, whether or not they win it, who the hell knows? But,
I
mean, you can make an argument for
because Lindy Ruff.
Cooper hasn't won a single friggin'
I know, which
a single friggin' Jack Adams. It's completely
I don't think
insane.
He's winning. I think it's got to be Ruff just because.
I mean,
Buffalo.
You also have.
I don't even think. I don't even think he's going to be. I don't think Cooper's going to be nominated.
I think he'll be nominated.
I think he should be nominated. I don't think he will be because I think you have a case. You have Lindy Ruff, obviously going to be. Dan Muse is probably going to be. Be a candidate.
I think he'll get votes. I don't think he's going to be a top 3.
No, I think
Muse.
I don't think Muse is going to win. I think if Buffalo wasn't having the season they're having, I think if Buffalo wasn't having the season they're having, I think everybody would be talking about Dan Muse. Rookie coach, the point turnaround is big, and literally everybody was saying Pittsburgh's going to be competing for the number 1 overall pick. Not even not making the playoffs. They're going to be one of the worst in the league. Every single pundit is like they're going to be bottom 3.
I might have said it. I probably did say it.
So I thought you said Buffalo. Wasn't your prediction Buffalo making the playoffs and winning a round?
I did. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I also said Utah second round. And I said Panthers lose round 1. I lost that one. But Schwim, Panthers last in the league. You're not going to get that exactly, but pretty close. And
didn't I say
Panthers no
finish last and win the lottery?
No, you just said last in the league. I don't say
good.
lottery.
Shorts
guy had Sabres second round, so he's going to get that. Come close to that. Steven said Bedard less than 40 points. That definitely didn't happen.
No, I did not say less than 40 points. I said his plus minus was going to be like I think I said it was going to be more
greater than minus 40. Oh, I thought that was 40 points. Oh, greater than minus 40. I don't actually. What is he at? That's actually interesting. I didn't see that.
He might be
He's
a plus.
Have to go minus
39
player in the last 6 games to accomplish this.
Where is
some of his what's his name? Lebeshnov. He's
Lebeshnov stinks. Yeah. He's a good looking rookie too. He is minus 9 with 71 points.
I think what's his face has looked really good for them. Frondell.
Steve, you also said Jets Stanley Cup final. That's not looking so good.
Yeah, although there's a chance they can make the playoffs. So hopefully they at least make the playoffs.
That's all you need.
I said a lot of what I said in the beginning was not good.
Yeah, that's bold. But Schwim, you have the bald Bobby Orr playing on your back end right now. You guys,
he's the bald eagle.
Bald Darren Radish, New York Rangers cast off, getting 67 goddamn points.
And he's the highest goal scoring defenseman in Tampa Bay Lightning history in a single season.
Really?
Which is crazy. Yeah, he just set the record last game.
Freaking wild. What does he have? 20 what?
21.
21.
He was tied. He was tied with Dan
Boyle
and Victor Hedman.
Hedman's active now, though, right?
Yeah.
No, he's out. He's been on leave.
He's still out.
Has there been? There's no word about why.
No idea.
Right?
There's been been literally nothing about what's going on.
He's had a rough go this season, so who knows?
Yeah, he's been injured on and off all season, and now he's taking a leave of absence.
Braden Point not looking so
Hagel's
good.
out too.
Only 18 goals.
Yeah, Point's been hurt on and off.
JJ's nominated Braden Point for Glass Man of the Year.
Yeah, he's been banged up all year.
I think you need to trade him to the Rangers for Alexis Lafreniere.
Oh, here we
call
go.
me Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, I like that. Tampa for nicest shores of the year. Jurgensen's for chewed gum nose of the year. That's pretty good. I like that one.
Former Buffalo Sabre.
Former Buffalo
Sabre. Yep. Zemgus. What an awesome. You guys got anything else before we head out of here? I know we're going to make it quick. Sam's got to talk about his beloved Devils.
Yeah.
No?
Devils news.
Nothing? Devils news. No. Always exciting.
Oh. I wouldn't mind seeing that. You know what?
Will another coach get fired with a couple games left in the season?
This is so bizarre. Like, crazy. I thought the Tortorella thing was bizarre, but this Waugh thing is just.
Yeah.
I mean,
they think
I don't
know. They think that Elliot Friedman was predicting that they did this because DeBoer was getting offers from teams that are already kind of assuming that they're not going to be able to have their coach, so they wanted to jump on it early. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Well, now DeBoer. Maybe DeBoer can come in and ruin Sorokin. He can leave.
Yes, I was just going to say he's going to destroy Sorokin as he just did with Ottinger. Yeah.
And Fleury.
Every team got to go to the goalie. Like, he does something to the goalie.
He just blames the goalie for everything.
I know it's not a good omen for Sorokin.
And I'm not one of those freaking goalie pamperers who's just like it's never the goalie's fault, but like. It wasn't their fault. It certainly wasn't Ottinger's fault, and it's just like to call him out specifically.
After 2 goals, it was only 2-0 or whatever it was, and he yanked him and I don't know, and then he blamed them. Like what?
Yeah, he's a dipshit.
It's going to be great.
He's
when
an idiot.
He just ruins the Islanders.
Recycling idiot coaches. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I hope they don't make it. Honestly, I hope they don't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, we were kind of hoping.
Well, I don't want them to make the playoffs regardless, but like making this bold move. I hope it backfires.
Now we can like Patty Waugh again.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I never really liked him that much to begin with, but
yeah,
true.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Nice little hook. Nothing. Okay.
My beer is this is a bad one too. I have 2 bad ones back to back weeks. This is a 1.25.
You're drinking a Canada Dry. What the hell is that?
Yeah, Cerveza Cristal from Cuba.
But not Cristal from. Peru.
Not Cristal.
Yeah. Well, it still is pronounced Cristal. My Brockman's is wonderful. I'll give it a 4 or 5.
Having nothing.
You had a nice glass of shut the hell up.
Thanks.
You will go to sleep, bro. I'll put you to sleep.
You're my world now.
Shrim, take us home.
I hate my life. I hate my team. I'm going to bed.
No, you're not.